Alright, what's up guys, Toasty here, Get Burnt. Today I'm going to be talking more about a game after Xenoverse. So I made a video yesterday talking about what if a 2D game was made after Xenoverse, and a few of you were like, oh man, why are you saying this now? Xenoverse isn't even out yet. Well, Xenoverse is actually less than 2 months away, so there's no real reason to not wonder what they're gonna actually follow up Xenoverse with, especially since they're expecting us to hold on to Xenoverse and play it for quite a while. I'm wondering what they're planning on releasing after that. I mean, honestly, I think that there still will be a Dragon Ball Z game in 2016, even though it won't probably have the most, all the longevity that Xenoverse will most likely have, especially with the DLC, GT arcs, and stuff like that. But I was always wondering, I'm still wondering, what's going to be the next game? And now I wanted to make a video talking about Zenkai Battle Royale. So for all of you that don't know, Zenkai Battle Royale is an arcade game in Japan that actually is pretty much, if you guys know what J-Star's Victory Versus is, which is a cross anime game with a bunch of characters from a bunch of Dragon Ball, well, a bunch of animes that are shonen, like Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, all those kind of animes. It's pretty much a mix of all of them, and it's made by Spike, the same people who made BT3 and as well as Ultimate Tenkaichi, which is, yeah, it's not that good of a reputation, but yeah. And it's made by the same people. They actually have turned into Spike Chunsoft as of recently, and it's pretty much the exact same as J-Stars, although it is actually just a DBZ game itself, and it's not a J-Stars game. And the only differences really between J-Stars and Battle Royale is that, first of all, Battle Royale has flight, and Battle Royale has more characters for the for DBZ, obviously, and also the way that the HUD is actually shown is much more different than it is in J-Stars. J-Stars, since it's all on the ground most of the time, besides some of the characters can kind of dash in air, but it's not really flight. In Zenkai, it's actually flight, so I guess that they decided to have the different HUD. But I'm not gonna lie, if this came to consoles after, which I could assume that it could, because, you know, the game's pretty much done, or at least in terms of the gameplay mechanics and all that stuff. Obviously, the game does not have a lot of characters. A lot of people seem to think that Zenkai has a lot of characters. No, it actually does not have a lot at all. It actually has less than 40. I think it's around 30 characters in Zenkai at the current moment, and they're currently releasing more and more as time goes on. And a lot of people were wondering, why isn't this in the US yet? Well, I don't know if it's licensed or not. It probably is. I'm not really sure. There's actually a lot of stuff that's actually licensed that could be released in the US that hasn't been released, like Dragon Ball Heroes, as well, obviously, as Zenkai Battle Royale, I think. And it's just, it hasn't been released yet. I don't know if they're waiting or saving up for it, or they don't want to release it just yet, or something like that. But if they were to release Zenkai, I honestly think it would be really cool, mainly because myself, I own J-Star's Victory Versus on the PS3, and I really enjoy the game, and I think that with flight, as well as some of the awesome combos that you can pull off with these characters, because the combos in this game, there actually are quite a few really awesome combos that you can pull off, especially if you are you know the game mechanics really well, and you know the combos really well. You could actually do some really cool things. I remember I saw an actual time where there was a Bardock player, right? And I think he was Super Saiyan. I'm not really sure. I think that Super Saiyan Bardock's in the game. If not, then I'm wrong, and you know, you guys could most likely correct me in the comment section down below. But yeah, I saw a Bardock player, and he just did a huge combo where he just smashed somebody into the ground, smashed them into the ground, you know, the same way that Bardock smashed Lord Shield in the movie, where he smashed him into the ground a few times by his legs. That sort of smash, he did that, and then he threw him into the air, and then he followed up with air attacks. It kind of reminds me if J-Stars and BT3 had a baby, and the only reason I say that is because it has the same sort of flight mechanics as BT3 in a way, mainly because of all the follow-up attacks that you can do. You can do the same follow-up attacks, where you go behind somebody and dash right behind them when you hit them into the air. You could do the same thing in Raging Blast, but obviously Raging Blast kind of got it from the Budokai Tenkaichi series. But yeah, so if this game were to come to consoles next year, I honestly, first of all, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would say, you know, that's cool. I'm glad that we're going to be getting a game that we've been watching for years and that we have not ever really gotten to see in full actual gameplay, or at least on a console or anything. We only got to see it on poor arcade quality because, you know, obviously this is not how the game, this is not how good the game actually looks, because the game itself is being recorded off an arcade, which, you know, doesn't look that good. So obviously the game will most likely look a lot better if it's put on consoles, and I just think that this game itself will look really nice. This is actually the game that everybody thought Battle of Z was trying to be, and in a way you could say that, I guess, but there's only certain elements of Zenkai that actually are put into Battle of Z. The entirety of the game though is completely different, really. The speed of the game especially as well, and the way the game actually plays combo wise and everything is a lot different. And honestly, if I were to see this come out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC for next year, for 2016, or yeah, next year 2016, not 2015, I would be really cool with it, because honestly it'd be another game for me to play. If they were able to release characters later as DLC or something like that, then that would be amazing. I wouldn't have any problem with it. Obviously, a lot of people would have a problem with it because, you know, they don't like when characters are added as DLC. They like it more only when, like, story arcs are made as DLC. And some people just don't like DLC in general. A lot of people just want everything. So, yeah, I don't know. It's something they could do. I honestly think that that's what's happening, only because a lot of people are saying Raging Blast 3 and BT4 are going to happen. I honestly sincerely doubt that BT4 will ever happen, period, at all, period, because the game, first of all, is old, and second of all, there's really no reason to do it. Like, there isn't. Like, I see a collection coming out more likely than a BT4, like for 100 years, because seriously, I just don't see the point, or I don't see why they would ever think that would actually make sense to make a sequel to a game they made years and years and years ago. But that's just me. That's all I gotta say for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you also would like to see Zenkai Battle Royale put on consoles and PC, obviously, as well, in 2016, and then you'd want to actually play Zenkai Battle Royale in America and everything, then make sure you comment down below telling me what you think. And that's all I gotta say for today, guys. I will see you all later. Peace out.